MachineTutorials.com. You wanna rock that machine? St. Joe and not squared. MachineTutorials.com.
Hey, what's up? This is St. Joe, MachineTutorials.com. Just want to share with you a housekeeping or a file management tip, how to use aliases on your folders, and it makes it easier to move stuff around, especially if you want to move stuff from one computer to the next or from one drive to the next, and you know how Machine comes up with the missing samples and all that, and I'm going to show you a way to get around that. So what I want to do, let's say I got some new samples on my desktop and I want to import them, just to check them out real quick. Don't know where I want to actually store them at, or maybe I want to store them there, whatever. So let's say I've imported these samples. I want to go down and give it I'm going to say Wave Alchemy and their snares. So just give it a snare. All right, so that's all imported. Let's say it's right there. I can see I can load them if I wanted to. What I like to do, or what I suggest is when you first import a new folder, go in and give it an alias. So go into preferences, go to your user paths, because Machine's it's gonna make a location to wherever you imported that at. I'm gonna give it this alias here. I'm gonna say WA Fluffers because that's the name of the folder. I'm gonna click OK. So now let's say, all right, I built a kit, or I built a project, whatever you want to build, kits, project, anything that's going to reference those files. So we did that. Let's say we want to save it. We'll say WA Fluffer snares. All right. So now let's say, all right, maybe it's a couple months later, or maybe I've built everything that I want to build, and now I want to move this folder of samples somewhere else, maybe to a new drive, maybe to a new computer, whatever. I want to share it between my desktop and laptop, whatever. So I got that alias on there. So what I want to do now is I want to take this and actually let's just go ahead and close Machine. So we'll close it. Say I want to take this and put it into my sample folder, wherever that's at. So I got my drum library, I got this, there it is. So I want to put it in here. So now it's in there. So I go back and open Machine. All right, so it's like, all right, I open Machine, I move my samples. Maybe I forgot I moved them. Maybe I moved them, I wasn't thinking about it, whatever. Or maybe I deliberately moved them to my new computer, whatever. Open it up, nothing there. All right, so what do? Click Ignore All. Now, this is the way I suggest doing it, just because I don't like waiting for Machine to rescan everything. So what I would do is go in and delete these right here. Since I know those are the ones that I'm missing, I would delete them. You don't have to do it this way. This is just the way I'm doing it, just for time's sake. But say I want to delete those. Now, there's two ways you could do this. What you could also do is go in here to your preferences under your user paths. And since you put that alias in there, I could go in there and reach and, change it, point to where the new folder is and update. But then Machine is going to rescan and do all that stuff. So what I like to do, especially just to show you how it's working, is let's say I know it's a specific folder. I'll just remove this old one. Click OK. And what I would do is go find the new one. So I know it's in my drum library. I know it's here. I know it's in there. I know that's it. So what I would do is go ahead and just import them all over again. And the reason I like to do it this way on a folder by folder basis instead of going in and updating the path is because this way I won't have to rescan everything. It won't rescan my whole user locations. So I know it's a snare. So let me find my snare tag. Bow. All right. So we got them in there. And of course I can go in and load them. But let's try something. So let's say recent files. I want to load that project. Discard. Bow. Still not working, right? Go ahead and ignore that. Remember, I re-imported them. When I had it the first time, I had an alias on it. So now I need to go back down to this new location and give it that alias again. And click OK. And now you see why I did it this way, because now I don't have to rescan my whole library. If I would have went in and just updated the path, it would have required me to rescan. So let's say new, discard. Now let's try to load that project again. It knows where all those samples are now because I used that alias. So as you can see, it makes it really simple to move your folders and stuff around. I know a lot of us have ran into that project, that problem where maybe you got a new computer, new laptop, and you're trying to move stuff over, or whatever. I just suggest you get in the habit of when you import. And when you import anything into Maschine, I suggest you give that folder an alias. That way, on down the line, anytime you need to move something, you can just update the database, or point it to, or re-import that folder and give it the same alias, and Maschine will be able to find all your samples. So if you got any questions, of course, let me know. This is St. Joe, machinetutorials.com, showing you how to manage folder aliases and how to eliminate missing sample errors. So let me know if you got any questions. machinetutorials.com. Peace.